That was actually very informative from your point of view. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good on you. Okay, Food Resilience Network. Murray, please. Hello.
All right, kia ora koutou. I'm Murray James. Beside me is Sarah Butterfield. And with Hayley Guletta and David Watson, we are the volunteer office holders of the Food Resilience Network. Some chronological snapshots of our project and site will screen as I speak to our submission. I'd like to say we fully endorse the priorities and outcomes described in the introduction to the LTP. From our perspective, the flavour is spot on, and if council elected members and staff can live up to them in the daily do, Christchurch will be a better place for it. And Christchurch City Council will become an enabling organisation rather than an obstacle to overcome, which can only be fabulous for everyone. The long-term plan budget, we're concerned it has slashed grant fund support for community volunteer organisations as a whole. We contend that that part of the budget should be increased. The decision to cut funding, we believe, ignores the massive multiplier effect where small sums of support result in huge economic and social benefits to the city when that sum is combined with other grant fund sources, external to council, and volunteer time. This only happens when funding is applied with good quality support and coordination, and that doesn't come for free. The FRN's Otakaro Orchard project, which you're seeing on the screen, is a real-life example of volunteer community value add. We are nearing the completion of a circa $2.5 million build with current construction cash expenditure on our books of $1.2 million. So the balance has been made up of in-kind support and volunteer contributions to this project, which have been massive. Please rethink funding cuts for community grants. The city simply does not get the same multiplier effect or bang for buck from spending on commercial contracts. It's at best dollar for dollar, often with compliance and other costs considerably less than that. We do think, however, that the process of awarding grants could do with some work. That's more to say about that. The FRN is not here today seeking a handout. We would, however, like a hand up. We're asking councillors and staff to grant an additional loan advance to the FRN, somewhere around $300,000, to enable the completion and activation of the Otakaro Orchard project. We need the funds now so that we can get it done, get the doors open to the Otakaro Orchard Cafe and Food Resilience Education Hub. We'd like to be open for spring in 2024, and from that point, start earning our keep. In support of this, we've got pretty solid financial forecasts that indicate profitability within 12 months. The clear ability to service and repay the requested loan advance, and longer term we see the ability to accumulate funds not just to remove ourselves from the grant funding trough, but also to accumulate funds so that we ourselves can fund other projects and organisations that share similar kaupapa. A business case in support of this has been provided to staff earlier this week, and we hope it will be considered seriously. We implore Council to enable the FRN to finish and activate the orchard. To do so by a loan will not impact on the LTP budget. We'll deliver, based on our draft economic benefit assessment, something like $20 million of value add activity to the city. What other project can deliver that? And when done, the north frame is finished and alive. That's a pretty big win for the city and for the council, for the budget-friendly sum of $300K by way of an advance. Tēnā koutou katoa. That's us. Any questions?
Yes, we have two. Tyler, please. That'd be you, mate.
Kia ora. Thanks for coming in. Sorry, I'm on Zoom. I'm up. Might not be able to see me on the screen. I just wanted to clarify. So You're saying that you provide $20 million worth of social or volunteer return in exchange for a 300k loan to be able to finish the Otakura Orchard. Am I right in hearing that?
That's correct.
And did I hear you say also that you won't be looking for future funding if this was granted?
That's our plan. It's always been our conceptual strategy to, basically when we're open, we have certain commercial offerings. We also don't pay rent. And we believe that the income that will be generated from our commercial offerings, as well as not so commercial offerings, but with an income stream to people in the network around education, that we will be able to accumulate funds which will in time enable us to not need contestable grant funding or grant funding of any sort. That's our aim. We also believe, given our financial forecasts, that we will end up with accumulated reserves and be able to offer a similar sort of grant fund to organisations up and down our network.
Cool. Thanks for your mahi. I appreciate that. Thanks a lot.
Okay, I had Sam, but I'll just say that I applaud you coming in and asking it. But am I right in saying, did we give you $250,000 about, I'll say, a year ago?
Yes, you did. I don't know whether it was 250. I don't know the number
say
exactly.
200. How's that? So, but I because I had the same story then. I'm not trying to be awful. I'm just saying. Is this the last bit?
We certainly hope so. Look, last time we underestimated certain costs, as look, the construction industry is fairly well known that costs have increased dramatically. We also had an amendment to building consent which added a number of additional costs. We also added at the same time a bunch of service offerings or sustainability features that were originally hacked out of the budget, which started at $2.3 or $4 million in 2019. We haven't spent anywhere near that. We've actual construction costs are about 1.2 currently. So we've got a robust forecast that shows within-kind contributions around about 300,000 left to spend to complete the structure, the building, line it inside, and establish the cafe so that it's ready to go.
Oh no, I've been around there, and it's incredible, and the amount of work that's gone into it, and it's not a standard sort of building.
No,
it comes with its own issues. So fully applaud what you're doing. So thank you very much for coming in and explaining that to us.
Kia ora. Thank you.
You're up.
Thanks for your time.
Okay, Marie, please.